producer and the editor of the program. So my guest is Mr. Joseph from Scabies Hospital. Welcome, Mr. Joseph.
Thank you very much.
All right, Mr. Joseph. Let's now start with the overview of scabies.
Scabies is one of the medical condition, and this one most of the time it attacks the skin. It's a very contagious skin infection caused by mites, scorpites, scabies, leading to intense itching, rashes, as well as skin sores. Being a contagious infection, that shall mean different organizations they look much into it on various kind of researches as well as notable facts pertaining to its existence. As it stands now, recent research has shown that new treatment and medication are being undertaken so that we can figure the best treatment. Vaccine development against it is underway, and the other recent research is about improved diagnostic methods in terms of how we can diagnose this disease. In addition to that, scabies, epidemiological and transmission dynamics. These are some of the recent research that are being undertaken in as far as scabies is concerned. Statistically, we can find out that 200 million people affected by scabies worldwide. This again, it has been in line with the figures of 1 to 10% of group population is infected. Scabies also affect people of all ages, despite your age, your race, and socioeconomic background. Those are part and parcel of how we can overview it in terms of its statistical figures, recent research, and the notable thing that has been undertaken as far as scabies is concerned. That's what you can say about the overview and the definition of scabies.
All right. Now, what are the causes of scabies?
Scabies has got a lot of causes. As I said during the definition of it, that most of the time is caused by mites, the Corpus scabiei, as well as other small organisms, which we'll be talking about as we go along. But most of the time, the causes are again associated with the risk factors. So we'll be talking about causes as well as it being as a risk factors. Number one is direct skin-to-skin contact with infected person. If you become contact with someone else who has got scabies, the region of the scabies they get open and get in contact with the skin. As such, you are at the risk of catching the Scabies scabiei, which causes the scabies. As such, those kind of things, when they find that they have got an entry point, when they get into subcutaneous tissue of the healthy person, the chances of catching infection are very high. So skin-to-skin contact is one of the risk factors as well as the causative agent of the scabies. Number two is the sharing of personal items like the towels, the clothes, as well as other things that we use to wipe our bodies. Those things, they always carry Scabies scabiei, which most of the time is carried by someone else who is having scabies. As such, if you are sharing this kind of things, the region that has opened on those kind of towels or clothes, they get in contact with the healthy person, and if the entry point is there, we accept that there will be entourage of this Scabies scabiei. In the long run, last the individual catch up the scabies. And again, poor hygiene. This shall mean failure to bath regularly, as well as failure to wash hands regularly, and following aseptic technique or following infection control measures. So those kind of things will trigger or put an individual at risk of catching scabies. This can be triggered by catching the Scabies scabies, which causes this kind of contagious skin infection. In addition to that, weakened immunity again can contribute or being a risk factor to cause scabies. Because where the immunity is low, this Scabies scabies, when they enter into the region of the subcutaneous tissue of the skin, they get it easy to perforate and cause the infection, because if the immunity is low, that means there will be no any other potential to fight against it, and such it weakens our immunity and develop in our system, and it causes scabies. Another risk factor or causative agent is crowded living condition, where we have got individuals, they are having scabies and they are living together with healthy individuals in overcrowded sites, like in the prisons, in the schools, in churches, in our homes. Those all things will put the healthy people at risk of catching scabies, because when you are overcrowded, likely the contact is high. As such, the region of the scabies, when they are open, they liberate the scabies, the Scabies scabies, which has got the capability to cause scabies. As such, overcrowded place, it can likely contribute to causing scabies. Those are part and parcel on causes, as well as the risk factors which can contribute to causing of scabies.
All right, Mr. Josam, how can you diagnose this disease?
This scabies, as I said, is a contagious skin infection. So, being a skin infection, the first thing you can do to diagnose it by physical examination. You observe how the patient is presenting him or herself. Scabies, they are likely to have some characteristics, or they are likely to have some types, of which after this you will see the types of scabies. So physical examination is the first marker to see or to diagnose the scabies, because as the skin condition, always the skin will be compromised. In so doing, it's very easy to notice that these are scabies or these are skin related conditions. Number 2 is skin scraping. Skin scraping is a process whereby we collect a sample on the region of the papilla of the scabies. So those papilla, they liberate fluids or some crusts. So those crusts, they are taken and examined in the laboratory using specific dye, and those dye will tell us that this indeed is a scabies which is caused by Scabies scabies. So those Scabies scabies, they are notable after processing those kind of laboratory tests using specific dye. If you do biopsy, that shall mean we take the specific tissue on the individual suffering from scabies, and most of the time it is well managed in the laboratory, and after being processed it is observed, and that observation will always liberate the results if indeed the individual has got Scabies scabies which causes scabies. In addition to that, we have got microscopic examination. Microscopic examination is different with skin scraping, but we take what we call the crust from the region or the papilla of the scabies, and those kind of things is treated on the slide of it is treated on the slides, then examined on the microscope, whereby the Scabies scabies will be observed as an organism, and so doing it will liberate, or it will give us the results being present or not, and the results will always be positive or negative. So after diagnosing it, then is when we can conclude what type of scabies we are dealing with.
Okay, so in this case, what are the types of scabies?
There are 4 types of scabies. Classic scabies, number 1. Number 2 is scabies scrotomus, which we call is Norwegian scabies. Norwegian because it was discovered in Norway. As nodular scabies, the nodular scabies, most of the time it produces the nodules on the skin, and those kind of things result into the naming of this type as a nodular one. Then number 4 is scabitic dermatitis. That means it attacks the dermal part of the skin, and most of the time we expect the skin to get inflamed. As such, it is termed as scabitic dermatitis. Those are the 4 types of scabies that we deal with. But most of the time in Malawi we experience classic scabies, which mostly attack of any age, despite how old you are. Toddlers, the aged ones, it can attack anyone else if you are not careful enough in terms of hygiene practices. Sure, that's what we want to talk about the types of scabies.
Alright, yeah. In case you're just joining us, in today's episode we are discussing scabies. Our guest is Mr. Gift Josam from Mulage District Hospital. Alright, Mr. Josam, so how can scabies be treated?
Being a skin condition, after doing physical examination, you have diagnosed it being a scabies, because this scabies can be as well as a pandemic, it can be an outbreak. So most of the time we prescribe a topical cream or ointment, and this one we call, there are 2 drugs most of the time they're used, but in Malawi we use ivermectin. Ivermectin is the best drug, and this one, ivermectin, is oral small tablets, but the ointment is permethrin. So permethrin, but the ointment has got different names depending on the manufacturer's name. Every manufacturer has got its own naming of the drug. So every drug has got its own nomenclature depending on the manufacturer's preference or generation of naming of it. So, but the take-home message is topical cream and ointment are used. In Malawi, we prefer to use ivermectin. And there is oral medication, as I said, that this oral medication is ivermectin, but the topical one is permethrin. Sometimes where the patient experience a lot of itching, and histamine can be prescribed, like chlorpheniramine, or which most of the time it is locally named